and then he opened the back of my camera and took out the film. "Hey! What are you doing?" I said. "You'll spoil my film." But he didn't stop. "Sorry," he said, and he put the film into his pocket. "But no pictures of Mr. Ross. He doesn't like people to take pictures of him." Mr. Ross was watching us. He saw the camera, and he saw Mr. Duncan take out the film. But he said nothing. Then he turned and went back into the house. Later, I told my mother about Mr. Duncan and the camera. "He spoiled my film," I said. "I don't understand," she said. "Why did he do that?" "I don't know," I said. "But there's something strange about Mr. Ross." About a week later, I finished work early one day and came back to the house. My mother was working in her small room next to Mr. Ross's office. Mrs. Duncan was in the kitchen. Greta Ross was painting in her room upstairs. I went to my room and began reading a book. I was sitting beside the window. After half an hour, I got tired of reading. I looked out at the rain and the grey sea and the rocks between the trees. My book isn't very interesting, I thought. I got up and went out of my room. I walked along the passage and turned a corner. Then I saw the door at the end of the passage. There was a large plant in a plant pot outside the door. Where does that door go? I thought. I haven't seen it before. I remembered the face at the window in my first week on the island. Perhaps it's the door to that room, I thought. I walked along to the door and turned the handle. The door didn't move. It was locked. "What are you doing?" said a voice behind me. I turned round quickly and saw Greta Ross. She looked angry. "That room is private," she said. "I'm sorry," I said. "I didn't—" "Stay away from there," she told me. I told my mother about the locked door. "What's behind it?" I said. "Is it a secret?" "I don't know," said my mother. "It doesn't matter. Mr. Ross can have locked rooms if he wants them." "I think he does have secrets," I said. "There's something strange about him. There's something strange about this island. Somebody isn't telling us something. Something important." My mother laughed. "Stop playing detective, Carol," she said. There was a storm in the middle of the night. I was hot and I couldn't sleep. I got out of bed, went across to the window, and looked out at the night. Black clouds hurried across the sky, and the trees moved wildly in the wind. The rain made a loud noise on the window. I opened my window and put my head out into the wind and the rain. I looked at the other windows in the house. Most of them were dark, but one window had a light in it. Somebody isn't sleeping, I thought. Which room is that? There were 6 windows between my window and the room with the light. And there are 6 doors between my room and the locked door, I thought. That light is in the locked room. Somebody's in there. I put on my dressing gown and went out of my room. The house was dark, and at first I couldn't see very well. I walked along the passage and turned the corner. There it was, the locked room, and there was a light under the door. I went nearer and heard noises. Somebody's moving about in the locked room, I thought. Who is it? Then the light went off and the door opened. I was afraid to move. Somebody came out of the room and into the dark passage. Lightning suddenly lit up the house, and I saw who it was. It's Mr. Ross, I thought. What was he doing in that room in the middle of the night? I didn't move, and he didn't see me. He locked the door of the room carefully. He didn't put the key in his pocket, but hid it in the plant pot next to the door. He's coming along here, I thought. I must get back to my room. And I ran back along the passage. Mr. Ross heard me. "Who's that?" he called. I didn't answer, but ran into my room and closed the door. He came along the passage and stopped outside my door. Then he walked past and went on down the stairs. I took off my dressing gown and went back to bed. I was shaking because I was afraid. Now I know how to get into the locked room, I thought. But what's in there?